Good morning, welcome to a morning outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday, the 17th of June. So, at last, we've seen something that's shocked the markets in quite some way here. I say shocked the markets, but really the expectations, the whole consensus, everything I'd been seeing, reading through different banks, etc., had been looking for the Fed just to kick the can down the street. And what do we end up with? Well, the Fed, the dot plot came out, and it's suggesting two interest rate increases in 2023. So it's not quite what people were expecting, and I think that could change even more as we go towards September. See the September dot plot. I'm sure we'll see some sort of more hawkishness coming through there. Anyway, for now then, what's that done to the markets? It's surprised them significantly yesterday. We were all surprised. I sat there and I was waiting for the sort of possible bounces in the euro, then followed by a bit of a retrace and a continuation. But well, that didn't happen, did it? And we've now seen sort of lower highs again confirmed. Before I do that, just look at the news due out today, where we've seen the Australian employment data, which came out pretty good, with the change in numbers increasing significantly, nearly fourfold expectation, and unemployment rate dropping to 5.1. So maybe we'll see the sort of the race to back to interest rate increases sooner rather than later. Anyway, that was news in the past. Looking forward to today, we really haven't got too much. We've got the Swiss National Bank at 8:30. Don't expect too much to change from that, and the press conference at 9, and then the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index this afternoon. Okay, and unemployment claims. I don't think there's too much more today that's going to affect these markets. It's just a technical reaction then to last night's or yesterday evening's Fed report. Okay, let's look at this then. So another lower high confirmed, as I said, and it's starting to look a little bit soft again this morning. It's when you come down the time frames, you can see divergences sitting across here, whether you look at the MACD, RSI, or whatever else. So there will be traders looking to trade this. Now, whenever I look at divergence like this and think about trading it, one thing I'd be patient with on this, instead of trying to get in down here somewhere or whatever, is just wait for the old-fashioned, in terms of Wells Wilder's sort of thing, is wait for the break. If it doesn't break and it just pulls back up here and goes down, well, you're not in the trade. So if you're looking for that, yes, there's a daily pivot sitting above as a potential target. There's the 21. Personally, I'm just going to sit it out for now and see what develops from this. I might even get on the short side if I can. I'm not sure that this overall movement's over. I would like to see more of a retrace, but well, as I said, I'll just have to be patient for now. This morning, the pound broken through all the trends yesterday and closed below the trends, and the 50 MA now is looking, or has looked soft. Now, when you compare apples with apples, we're in a closer point of doing some more tapering, and probably interest rates are more likely to be increased in the UK quicker than the US, regardless the way the Bank of England are talking. So I would expect that this might be a little bit stalled on here, whereas the Europeans, they're still coming out even this morning saying that they've got to provide the liquidity, etc., and there will be. The Bank of England's a bit more hawkish. Anyway, for now though, it too, lower highs, lower lows, it broke through the prior lows there. It's technically taken out more and more. It had its divergence down here on the RSI. Arguably it's broken through that, but not doing too much. Again, daily pivots above as possible targets. Now this may just be a higher low on this stage here. Again, I'm just going to sit and wait this, sit and wait on these markets. there might become a time when I can join the long side if something develops. The yen's a little bit different here. Maybe a little bit different here. It too has put its divergences on the 6 minutes. Just go into the dailies first there. It's come back up to the bodies up back here, so it's coming to a natural resistance point here. It may want to push a bit further, but it's pretty much, you can see actually in even some of the tails of those other wicks of those other candles, it's done a bullish continuation candle. It's still got scope to push on. Come down the time frames, well, higher highs, higher lows going through there. Whoops. And when you look at the 60-minute time frame, maybe a break here of the 110.60 sort of area. Could see it coming down. It, as I said, it just looks a little bit more, to me, a little softer here at the moment. But we'll see how this progresses. But perhaps that might be the one that gives in. But beware. Post 8 o'clock, we can see some weird old stuff go on. Aussie still hasn't made it really easy for us. It's broken through. It's come out of this. It's lower highs, lower lows coming through. Of course, big bar down there. The news overnight there. Well, it's helped it a little bit, but it's still selling off. Okay, it's hit its daily pivot. Maybe it's already had its retrace. That's as far as it's going to go. It's the good news. The divergences all came out. It broke the level between the divergences. Off it's gone. But is this going to be a higher low come through here, and we're going to see a push back up, or are we going to see a rollover? Technically, I prefer to see something a bit clearer. These markets do all look. They've all got lower highs, lower lows on the bigger time frames. They all look a bit soft. That said, the euros hit a 50% retrace on the bigger picture of things. Some of these other markets, well, the Canadian dollar possibly. This is one of the ones I'm going to be looking for at some stage for a reversal on, but not yet. It's still pushing up, and it's had quite a move. It's again. If you look at it fundamentally, it's further down the line of tapering and potential rate increases rather. So at some stage, well, it may just burn off on here. But for now, the dollar's just remaining stronger. Can't do anything with it yet. Again, the same old divergences across the absolute highs there. Maybe a break below this 22.61 area, a bit like the with the yen there. We could see a bit more of a correction, but for now we just hit the 8 o'clock and wow, boom, we're seeing dollar buying once again, just pitching it at least for now. Okay, so a lot of these look a bit uncertain. I think there's still further, well, potentially further upside in this Canadian dollar at the moment, but certainly on the other markets there's a continuation potentially to come through. However, may be proved wrong in the next hour or so, and I'm quite happy to jump aboard if there's some price or some movement to be made. Looking aside then, S&Ps, there's a big thing made about the drop in the S&Ps, etc., but when you look at it on the dailies, it's barely anything, and we've seen bigger drops previously here. Look, it barely moved in real terms. Nothing like what we've seen in the past. It was quite steady. I wouldn't get too worried about that at the moment. Yes, there may become the catalyst when it eventually does properly go, and well, this could be the catalyst that really makes it go. There's a nice trend line sitting across the lows there now. Maybe a break of that would break a 41.82ish area. Could see it coming off more. It's a possibility. A major correction? I don't think so at the moment. Still not in a position to see bond rates, etc., and interest rates to provide decent money for the big fund holders. Okay, so maybe even a bounce, another one of these, a break of the seeing it on a lot of these, 42.03, break back above that, and it could be heading for a bit more upside. Right, gold. Big hit yesterday on gold. It's the biggest it's had for a long time. No surprises really. It's a sort of double whammy in terms of commodities falling quite quickly, and a stronger dollar coming through. And well, it's struggling at the moment. It's again, we're here. It's probably even more defined at the moment. I'm saying you come down to the smaller time frame, you see the cracks in the market a little bit, and again, well, a break above that daily pivot could see more upside, but for now I'm quite bearish on most of these markets, to be fair, and it's just waiting and see if I can get a decent entry. Okay, right, that's pretty much that. Oil, of course, took a hit yesterday. But it's already seeing a bit of a bounce this morning. There's the hit. I mean, it's a bit of a different thing when you've got demand for something coming through, and there's this perceived demand here. And again, we could be pushing up. Yesterday, we eventually broke the trend line. I drew it in the morning there. I can't remember, was it in the morning? It was a bit later on. I drew that trend line on. I was talking about the trend line appearing. It broke. I missed the trade personally, but it did fire off there. Not before it made a new low there. But well, there's no reason really for oil to fall over. Okay, the weaker, the stronger dollar will put pressure on it in that respect. But at the moment, if the demand is truly there, the oil will hold its price. Finally, Bitcoin. Bitcoin didn't really see much of a major move. I say it's about 3%, I think, at the time, but it wasn't massive. Again, it's taken it in its pace, and it's just sort of pushing over. Looking at the other big cryptos, and again, Ethereum is bouncing back this morning, and as is Ripple. Ripple's almost regained all of what it lost there yesterday, so much more stable on the crypto markets there, at least. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. I wish you a great day's trading. As I said, I think it's going to be a patient one for me this morning. I'll just wait and see as things develop. I wish you a great day. Bye for now.